We are back. A warm hello to all my dear YouTube viewers. Let's kick off the 4th week of my keto diet. This time it's going to be a recap on the 3rd week of keto. So stay tuned. Let's see how I did. Let's see where we're going. And like always, drop a like, subscribe, and again, comment. Like I said, make this a community. Talk to me, I talk to you. And never be afraid of messaging me or letting me know, if you have any questions or, if you have comments on my video. Anything goes. Anything goes as far as DMing me and messaging me and also commenting. Who cares? Let's do it. Now that week 3 is officially over, I feel better than ever. I definitely feel a great spike in my mental clarity. I think that's probably the biggest thing, aside from the weight loss that everyone goes through with keto. For me, the mental clarity is definitely there. I'm able to be focused longer. I'm more willpower to do things I want to do. And in addition to that, I'm not as tired as I usually am, or I was rather before I started the keto, and even within the first 2 weeks. I'm definitely feeling more focused throughout the day, rather than it being a small percentage of the day where I'm maintaining my focus. Now it's elongated to nearly the whole day, and I'm feeling better than ever. As far as weight loss and everything goes, I know that's what a lot of people like. I have been losing more weight. I definitely see, my muscles starting to pop out, some abs starting to form. In addition to that, because I bike, I'm feeling a little bit, better about my biking. I'm not as tired as when I get to work. I'm definitely feeling my body is adapting to fat and keto in general. And yeah. Another thing is the intermittent fasting is going great. It's a bit difficult, just not being able to eat until you actually, the time rings and you're like, okay, well, time to have my meal. I'm starving right now. But it's done a few great things for me. The first and foremost, I've become to appreciate food so much. Every single meal I eat, I'm really thankful that it's in front of me. And however much I can eat, I feel, free to do so within the 4-hour time period that I'm giving myself. As of this past week, I said, forget it. During the weekdays, we'll go 20 hours without eating by fasting, and then 4 hours, 2 to 6 p.m., and just eat a ton of food, which is always a plus. Again, on the weekends now, I'm starting to go about 16 just because I want to sleep in a little bit, and I want to, go out to eat with friends late at night. So, whether I eat at 8 o'clock and then, I end up eating again at around noon is usually when I eat. Yeah, it's become great. I feel like the intermittent fasting is really synergizing, I guess is the word, with the keto, because I guess keto gives your body more ketones, right? It powers your body through ketones, and therefore when you go into intermittent fasting, it's just basically the elongated portion of keto. It's basically pushing your body more and more to burn that fat, develop more HGH, lower insulin levels to, not have to combat the HGH, the human growth hormone, by the way, for those who don't know. As far as going to the gym and all of that, I'm feeling really good. I've been able to lift more. I'm feeling like my strength is definitely getting back, which is always a plus. I'm able to push myself and lift higher and higher weights. So, all that mumbo jumbo about keto making you lose all the muscle you have in your body. If that were the case, I would not be lifting as much as I do. Comparison between now and when I first started keto, and even before then, I'm actually increasing my weight for bench press, squat, and various back exercises. The one thing I have to say, guys, is if you're doing keto and you're going to the gym as much as I am, I'm going about 6 days a week. In addition to that, if you are biking a lot or doing cardio heavily, I would suggest doing somewhat of a refeed, just going a little bit above your carb count, having noodles, for example, just one meal on the weekend in order to give your muscles back those carbohydrates so it can go through the week. Your body actually, when it's in ketosis and doing intermittent fasting, understands that it must take the carbohydrates that it needs out of your liver first, maintain the carbohydrates that are still as in the form of glycogen in your muscles. Keep those there, but over time even those get depleted. So if you are going to the gym a lot, go ahead and have a little bit of food that is kind of carb heavy. Again, no sugar, do not have sugar. I know it's tempting to be like, oh, well, all I need to do is have a donut and, I've surpassed my carb count and I could be back to going to the gym full force. But, you shouldn't do that. Just, a burger with some bread, for example, having some ramen, stuff like that is very helpful. Now, when I say that, a lot of people aren't going to believe me, and that's because, you're taught when you go into the keto process at the very beginning that you should have no more than 20 grams of carbs a day. The fact is, if you have those test strips, like I showed you guys last time, and you are testing yourself frequently, then, okay, you can be like, okay, if I'm still in ketosis, if I still have an accurate amount of ketones for my body, then I'm fine. I can have that meal knowing that the next day I'm feeling a lot better. Also, it depends, person to person. People go in and become fat adapted quicker than others. And that's just a fact of life. It depends on age, sex, as well as a majority of other factors, some of which that are genetic, others depend on your previous diets. So personally, I feel like I have slowly become fat adapted. I don't know yet if I have, but I can have one meal with some carbs in it and then also not feel horrible, not feel like I'm out of ketosis, and the tests do reflect that I'm not. I'm still maintaining my diet. I did make another meal this week, and that'll again be in my Instagram. I guess I'll throw in a picture here too because I know some people like that. So yeah, I'll have that picture here. Again, go into my Instagram, give me a follow, and yeah, check out what I made. It's a surprise, but I'll break the surprise anyways. I made keto-friendly hard shell tacos using cheese as the bread. So basically I took my pan and I threw some cheese in it, let that simmer out. Once that happens, the bottom will actually get fried, so it'll become hard. And that way you can take it off, you can mold it however way you like. Some people like to have flat tacos, other people want it to be folded. I prefer the hard shell method, so I actually just folded it in. It stayed like that once the cheese hardened, and then I threw in some gyro meat, as well as some veggies, sour cream, and guacamole. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. I know I did. It was delicious. But yeah, stay tuned. Last but not least, the next week I'm going to keep doing the same thing, 20 hours during the weekdays with fasting, and then 4 hours eating, 2 to 6 p.m. And then also on the weekends doing that 16 that I talked about. In addition to that, keep a forward-thinking mind. Always just think about, okay, well, let me give it one more week if you're not seeing the results that you really want to see, because I guarantee you stick with the diet, you're going to see results. Maybe even in the next 2 days, you're going to be like, oh, wow, this is different. I feel different, which is exactly what you want to go for. It's going to keep you motivated to keep this diet going. This is going to be the last video. The next one is going to be at the end of my month, so this is the last one for my first month of keto. The next one is going to be a reflection. Again, like, subscribe, comment. I love to hear what you guys are saying, as well as I love your support. And frankly, I have loved your support up to this point. You guys are very generous with the comments you guys have made. Very appreciative, as I am, probably even more than you are, to be getting those comments and the support that I have been getting. So thank you guys very much. I'll catch you guys next week, and keep healthy, everybody.